This murderer, to evade legal punishment, hid himself in a temple and became a monk. On Jike's first day at the temple, he smelled a strong stench of blood. The altar, meant for divine offerings, was instead filled with animal entrails. The master approached him with a grave expression, explaining these were offerings for malevolent spirits. The villagers down the mountain worshipped ghosts and demons, believing that by serving these malevolent forces well, they could avert disasters and resolve their troubles. Tonight was precisely when the evil spirits would appear to consume the offerings. He warned Jike not to go out at night, yet Jike dismissed this as mere futile superstition. That night, Jike's stomach growled with hunger. While his fellow disciples slept, he crept to the altar, retrieved a packet of instant noodles, and began boiling them by the light of an oil lamp. But soon, his senior disciple discovered him. "This belongs to the evil spirits," the senior disciple shouted. "Return it immediately, or you'll invite disaster." He lunged to snatch the bowl from Jike's hands.
เราปล่อยแล้ว
Then a bizarre scene unfolded. The bowl suddenly levitated mid-air. Jike was utterly stunned. Could ghosts truly exist in this world? Later, Jike returned to the altar seeking more food. That's when he saw it. An evil spirit feasting on the offerings. Terrified, Jike nearly wet himself. Only when the altar beside him collapsed did he snap out of his terror. He abandoned the food and scrambled back to his room. When his senior monk roused him at dawn, Jike thought last night had been a nightmare. Only upon seeing the burn on his wrist did he realize it was all real. The collapsed altar enraged the monks. They huddled together, whispering, muttering that the altar's collapse portended misfortune. Jike felt this place was no longer safe. He grabbed his belongings, ready to leave, but his master had been waiting for him. He urged Jike to stay the night and depart the next day. Yet Jike wouldn't listen. His mind was consumed only by escape. He shoved his master aside and dashed into the back mountains. The forest terrain was intricate and confusing, and his phone had long lost signal. Before long, he lost his way. Just as despair gripped him, the senior monk who had stopped him the night before suddenly appeared. He led Jike to a cave and explained this was the temple's sacred sanctuary. Those who had erred could only find redemption by repenting here. The senior monk left behind a protective spell and warned him that whatever he saw next would be an illusion. He must keep his mind calm and composed to survive this ordeal. Jike didn't know that by stealing offerings last night, he had provoked a malevolent spirit. His master had set up a barrier that night to keep the spirit at bay, but success ultimately depended on the strength of his resolve. Jike donned monk's robes and began chanting sutras. But soon, bloody scenes from that night flooded his mind. He and his friends, seeking easy money, would often hurl stones at passing vehicles, staging accidents to steal their belongings. This time, however, they struck too hard. The vehicle careened out of control and overturned, killing the driver instantly. And the man he had killed was none other than his own father. Jike jolted awake from the hallucination. Before he could catch his breath, the candles in the cave suddenly went out, plunging the space into utter darkness. Then, an eerie sound echoed through the air.